everyone. I'm Becky. I work in customer education for Custom Charts, which is now, as of today, owned by Tempo. Exciting news from us there. But today we're going to take a closer look at using custom charts to build out reports for more business teams. Really, our use case today is going to be one a lot of people might be familiar with, building out the Death Star. We're going to make some reports for Darth Vader, for Emperor Palpatine, to really help them understand what's going on with the project so that they can prevent the Rebel Alliance from destroying the Death Star. I mean, we all know how that went, but if they'd had these reports, maybe then that wouldn't have happened. So just a little bit about us. We make an app for Jira and for Confluence to help you with your Jira reporting. The build out of your reports takes 30 seconds. It's really quick, it's easy, and they're highly customizable charts, and they work on dashboards or on pages in Jira or Confluence. And we're gonna see both today. But our focus today is, again, those reports for those non-technical teams, more from a project management perspective to help them thrive on their day-to-day basis, and to help make sure we can prevent the Rebel Alliance from not destroying the Death Star. So these are the 6 reports that we're gonna take a look at, and I'll kind of walk through why they're important for teams and how they're helpful as we go through each one. All right, so now we're gonna go into Jira and take a look at custom charts and just see our reports in action. All right, so this is our dashboard in Jira Cloud. Every gadget you're gonna see on this dashboard is a custom charts gadget. It actually comes with a couple of different gadgets. The main ones we're looking at today are our bread and butter, which is custom charts. It's gonna be anything you see with a report on it and a nice visual, that's our custom charts gadget. But we do have a dynamic filtering gadget, which is in the top left corner. That's called Simple Search, so we'll see that in action. And we have another gadget we'll look at too called Issue List. So this dashboard right here, we really want Vader to just be able to come in and quickly see what he wants to see, or Palpatine, whoever it is that needs to have an insight into the project. So everything's really clear, everything is really easy to understand, and we are on the dark side, so most of these reports are gonna be in dark mode because we gotta follow the theme. So first, what we're gonna do is I'll walk through each of these reports, but I'm gonna dynamically filter this first. So let's say that Vader somehow learns JQL and he wants to come in and filter down these reports. He's got some easy drop downs that he can use. These are all filters that are tied to a bunch of these reports, but let's say he wants to just see high priority issues. He can just type it in that box, hit enter, and it updates the linked charts. So it updated this one as well. But if he doesn't want to push any buttons at all, we have these tabs in Simple Search that have defaulted values already in the filters. So if I click at-risk issues, for example, it's just going to update it automatically to only show escalated issues on these linked charts. So we want to make sure that this is easy to use. So if we have these tabs, it's just one click of a button and these charts update to reflect the data that a user wants to see. So that we're saving folks time so that they can fight the Rebel Alliance better. All right, so this first chart right here is showing the workload of all of the folks in the Galactic Empire who are working on the construction of the Death Star. And what we're seeing on it as well, it's a pie chart. We also have not just a count of issues for each user. Thank you. We also have the average time spent on each of those issues. So you can do different calculations on the chart. You don't just have to do an issue count. But this does help us understand how our team is doing, and if somebody's being overworked maybe, somebody's just not, doesn't have as much of a workload as somebody else, we can reallocate issues to make our team happier. Chances are if, Moff Tien Gerard, he's got the most issues, and that makes sense. But if he had way more than somebody else, there's a chance he might leave the dark side because he's being overworked and he's unhappy. We don't want that. We're trying to get people to come to the dark side, right? So we want to make sure that we keep the workload balanced here. And you can also see the average time spent for each user in the instance, how long they're spending on their issues in days. So next what we have is a 2D stack bar chart, and this is showing the severity of issues by their status. So this gives the team a really good insight into these issues that we're working on. How much of an impact are they having on us? Are they, which do we need to focus on at this time? We have a lot of issues that have been escalated on this chart right here, and so those are pretty severe issues that need to be looked at, so that can help the team understand where they need to focus their time. This one right here, so I don't know what the data, I'm having some trouble with the data today, but what this is showing here is the total cost versus the budget in credits of how much it costs to build the Death Star. So it costs, I think, 1 trillion credits, and so we were comparing that budget to how much we've spent already. So that helps the team understand, are we on track as far as the finances go? If we do have extra budget, maybe we can hire some new folks to fight the Rebel Alliance, or maybe we could get it built quicker so that the Rebel Alliance doesn't have time to to destroy the Death Star. Next, we have another gadget in custom charts. It's called Issue List. So essentially what it is, it's the same as clicking filters. It's similar to clicking filters and then go to the advanced issue search in Jira to see a list of issues, but you can just put it right on your dashboard. So we all know Darth Vader doesn't want to click on a bunch of things, so he can just see right here the issues that are at risk in our project. So these have all been escalated. We even have some system fields and some custom fields that we have as columns on here. If you do use other apps, you can show those on Issue List and in any of our charts as well. But it's really just a clear view into the escalated issues, and we can see the root cause as well. So the rebels are coming. We need to get on that. And then lastly, we have the issues that are due this month. So this is a line chart right here, and I don't like this because it's not in dark mode, and I'm on the dark side, so I need to flip it. But that's how easy it is to just make some adjustments on the fly. But we can kind of get a good feel for the upcoming issues that are due. This is by week, but you could do this by days, and you can do the entire year. You can even do a custom set of dates if you want to. If you are doing dates from other apps potentially too, maybe you have a scripted field, anything like that, you are able to use those in custom charts as well. All right, so I'm gonna just show you really quickly how simple it is to set up custom charts. This is in Confluence right here, so all it's gonna be as far as differences go, the main one is this is really just a macro on a page versus a gadget on a dashboard. This is also in Cloud. So all I do is type in custom charts, and the first one is gonna be our app. I'm having a little bit of Wi-Fi issues today too, but once it does load, you'll just see most everything in the configuration is drag and drop. It's drop downs, it's select just checkboxes. So it's really easy to build out. So what you'll do first when you're building out custom charts is you have to tell it which data to bring into the report. And that's this source right here. So you can choose from any project you have access to. You can choose multiple if you want to. You also can do any saved filters that you have access to in the instance. You can write your own JQL if you want to. And then if you do want to use that dynamic filtering, you can tie this to that simple search gadget that we saw before. So I'm going to pick some projects, and this one is going to be more of a just like a general use case, but I'll just do the Scrum project right here. And next, what it asks to do is once you set that source, you have to tell custom charts how to slice and segment your data you're pulling in from Jira. So by default, we've got a pie chart that we're using. And basically what you're saying here is how do I want each slice of that pie to appear? You can do custom JQL, save filters, any dates, or you can pull in any system or custom field you want to. So if I wanted to do like, I was going to do request type, but this is a Scrum project. So I'll do assignee, just a very simple example. And you see it starts to give me that visual in the macro itself. So I get this nice little live preview. So a lot of customization can now happen here, but I essentially could save this chart right now and be done. And that took like what? Like less than a minute. So really quick and easy. You can change colors though if you want to. You can change your chart type. There's lots of things you can do with custom charts. You can rename segments, give it a title. You can put it in dark mode. So a lot you can do with it here. But essentially what we're trying to do, just going back to the reports for business teams, these are some great examples to just get you started if you are looking at this more for like project management. We do also have some charts that come with custom charts. We have some templates, so you can just load those in. You don't even have to build from scratch if you don't want. And just as a note too, we have a public-facing roadmap that y'all can look at if you are curious about features that are coming up or anything that you're using the app, you don't see something on there that you want to see, please let us know. You can actually submit a feature request on that roadmap. So I think that's it for today, but thanks for joining us, y'all, and have a good time in Vegas. We'll see you around, I'm sure.